Season 2 of Squid Game was a major disappointment, and Season 3 followed down that exact same path. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. I guess we're back for a quick sort of non-spoiler review for Season 3. Even though I have watched all the episodes, we've only uploaded the first 3 reviews, so therefore I'm not going to discuss in detail anything that happens beyond episode 3, but having seen episodes 4, 5 and 6, I can honestly say the third and final season of Squid Game was an absolute disaster, just a failure. And now I'm looking at it thinking this totally, to me, feels like a money grab. You look at most South Korean shows, they tend not to go more than one season, never mind 3. Now, I will openly admit, I don't really consider this Squid Game to be a 3-season show. I think it's quite obvious that Season 2 and Season 3 is pretty much the one season, but instead of just releasing it at the same time and giving us more episodes, or not adding in all this crappy filler, they could have condensed it and just gave us a 9-episode Season 2 like they did in Season 1, but no, they wanted to split it over a period of time, so they gave us technically 2 seasons, but we all know it was the one season. And having just seen the finale, man, so disappointed. The whole trying to find the island thing, totally irrelevant. How many hours did we waste with Young-ho or In-ho's brother trying to find them with Captain Park betraying them? I mean, how many times did we have to sit and watch these scenes where they're out in the ocean, and when you look at the amount of screen time that add that up, man, and it was a long amount, but it just amounted to nothing at the end of the day. And even Ji-hun, our hero, our protagonist, it felt totally off to me. I just didn't understand it. So in episode 2 of Season 3, yes, I'm going to talk about the first 3 episodes, so if you don't want a spoiler, click away now. But we do know that Ji-hun, he kills Dae-so, right? He kills Dae-so because he blames Dae-so for the failure to get out alive at the end of Season 2, because Dae-so pretty much froze, he broke down, and he wasn't able to retrieve the ammo. Now, I don't think it would have mattered, because Ji-hun's plan was dumb anyway, but he blames Dae-so for that, and pretty much for the first episode and the second episode of Season 3, all he does is eye him up and just basically stare him down constantly. He gives him like the dagger eyes for the first episode. Then the second episode, he literally makes it his mission to kill Dae-so. And at the end of the hide and seek game, he does kill Dae-so, and it's like a personal kill because he like pretty much strangles him. But I don't think this made any sense for Ji-hun's character at all, because he's supposed to be a good guy, and we see that he refuses to kill people. He refuses to kill bad people, the real evil people that don't give a shit, the people that are willing to kill children and kill like vulnerable people, and the people that are just greedy and would value like an extra 50 million won over a human life. Ji-hun, throughout the show and the series, he's still reluctant and he's still unable to kill these people, but he's going to kill Dae-so, who actually kept voting to leave. Even in Season 3, Dae-so voted to leave. He wanted to go, but just because he messed up and he wasn't able to retrieve the ammunition, Ji-hun kills him. But the more deserving people in the series, he doesn't kill. He's like got some sort of moral code where he doesn't think that he can kill them, but for some reason Dae-so deserves to die because the guy froze when he was retrieving the ammo for Ji-hun's shitty plan, Just doesn't make any sense to me. I didn't feel like the story, again, not going to give spoilers here, but the story just felt incomplete in my opinion. The actual ending scene, it looked really phony. It looked very wokish. That's all I will say. And if that leads to something else, if that leads to maybe another show, then I mean, so be it. But I'm just looking at the character, and it just looked woke. Okay. And also, when it comes to the main characters, it was like there wasn't a lot of closure. Again, not going to go into a lot of detail here, but I just did not feel like we got enough closure with characters. And I don't feel like the games got exposed enough. And you always want you want your bad guys to get their comeuppance, and yeah, some people did, but not everybody. And by the end of the show, that's kind of what you want. So I felt like there was a shitload of answers that we didn't have. By the end of the show, there were some confrontations that we were looking really forward to. I mean, there's some confrontations that have been building pretty much the entire 3 seasons, and they gave us nothing at the end of the day. Don't even get me started on the VIPs. The VIPs absolutely fucking suck. But what I will say is, I felt like the VIPs in season 1, they somewhat kind of looked like rich people. The people in season 3, and yeah, season 3, they look like fucking bums, honestly. They look like people that you could clearly just see weren't rich. Sometimes you get these like ads that pop up on YouTube, and they're trying to like get you to download this like, oh, it's story time, and you know, oh, there's some guy, he went from being homeless to like a millionaire or whatnot, and they get these like really cheap actors, and they put them in suits, and the suits just don't fit them, they don't suit them, and you know, you can just tell, you can really tell when that you've got a person that is not rich, a person that is not very important, when they try, if they're wearing like suits, they just don't suit the look, pun intended. And I felt like the VIPs in this season were fucking god awful, honestly, man. One of the guys literally looked like a homeless dude. I mean, two of the guys. I mean, one of the guys looked like he was going through a midlife crisis. If this guy was really rich, I think he'd have a different hairstyle. He'd probably just shave all that fucking shit off, because he'd have the confidence and the money that he wouldn't give a fuck if he was like, you know, half bald or whatnot. And then the other guy literally looked like he just woke up, you know, in a trash can, and somebody bought him like a $2 suit and went, here, come play this role in this TV series that we're doing in Korea. So, yeah, the VIPs fucking suck. I wanted to see them, maybe get a taste of their own medicine, but that didn't really happen. And yeah, like I said, some confrontations, some showdowns that we were waiting for. We didn't get. The games, I don't think overall were that great. Again, and there was, I'll talk. Well, let's just talk about the games now. So the games, they did feel like carbon copies. I mean, they pretty much were. The final 2 games were like kind of close to the, they were kind of close to the final 2 games in season 1. Yes, they were different, but it was like basically the same kind of objective, the same kind of gameplay or goal, should I say. So the games, I don't think were that great. I think the games in season 2 were probably better than the games in season 3. What else? Yeah, so also, what was it with the death of young Seek's mother? It pretty much just felt like a complete copy. It's almost like they plagiarized the first season. When that husband beats his wife in the marbles game and she dies and he wins, we see him come back, and that marbles was it the 4th game? Yeah, marbles was the 4th game of that year, that bunch of contestants, that show. So he beats his wife in marbles, and then he can't take it, and he kills himself before the next game. And the same thing happened here. Young Seek's mother kills him in the 4th game, and then she takes her life before the 5th game, hangs herself, exact same way. I mean, exact same fucking way. It just felt like, oh, we're running out of ideas. You know what? Let's just copy it. Basically, book for book, page for page, word for word. It's like shot for shot. It's like, what were they doing? Very lazy. And yeah, the whole Captain Park shit and the amount of time they wasted on that, just to get what we got in the finale, was disgusting. I'm also not happy with the characters that die. I mean, I get it. Not many people are supposed to survive Squid Games, but I thought they would have gave us something different in season 2/3, but we kind of got the same thing that we got in season 1. And yeah, like I said, guys, look, this is a non-spoiler review. I will go into it more. It's hard to do a non-spoiler review because there's so many things I want to talk about, but if I talk about it, it will spoil what happened in episode 4, 5, and 6. It will also spoil the ending. But I just want to say, I think the ending absolutely sucked. And to me, season 2 and season 3 were an absolute money grab. I thought there was potential for a sequel. And for me, they could have did a sequel, but they've went the wrong way about it. They should have just did a second season, 9 episodes, and they could have gave us closure. They could have gave us a happy ending or something. Not even, it doesn't even need to be happy, but an ending that we can at least accept, and I don't feel like we can accept this. I thought it was shit. I'll be completely honest. I thought it sucked. I mean, it had its moments. There was some characters I liked and whatnot, but also some characters I felt like the characteristics were just completely, changing for no reason. Oh, money changes you. Greed changes. No, I mean, some of these characters just went from seemingly like half decent people to just absolute monsters, and I just don't think that happened really. Yeah, in the first season you did see money. I mean, look at Chu Sung. Yeah, I think that's the character's name. Ji Hun's best friend. Yeah, money kind of changed him towards the end, and the more he got involved, the greedier he got and the more he wanted to win and the more he was willing to do. But even by the end of the game, we see him sacrifice himself because, I mean, deep down, he just didn't want to see Ji Hun and he didn't want to see Ji Hun like survive all that for nothing and not get any money. And he was obviously stabbed and his family was poor, so he did a non-selfish thing because he thought, right, I'll kill myself and Ji Hun will win. He'll get the money. He'll take care of my mother, and maybe that's a way of him making up for some of the things that he done. But yeah, at least some of the characters felt like they had redeemable qualities in season one. I just feel like there was nothing redeemable about season two and season three, guys. So yeah, very, very, very disappointed. But yep, we will be back. We will upload the review for episodes 4, 5, and 6, and then there will be a big rant, I guess, on these final two seasons, and then we'll do like a bunch of videos like tier lists and shit like that. So yeah, looking forward to it, guys. Anyway, that's it. Till next time, been Fog Entertainment. Make sure you hit the like button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.